Get out the insurance cards, get out the copays. The office is open, my friends. Brought to you by drroto.com.
Yo, everybody, it's Yo Ride. So let's get to it. Bring the pain!
What's up, everybody? It's Heat Override, and I'm ready to bring the pain for you and Dr. Roto this week. The Fight Club of Pain is open. What's up, Dan? How you doing?
What's going on, man? I'm not too bad. Kind of a slow week this week at work. So I'm feeling good.
That's okay. That's okay. Sometimes it's nice to be a little rested, right?
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't look like it. I still got these bags under my eyes, but that's all right.
But we got that new bling. We got that new Fight Club of Pain shirts right there. Look at
That's
that.
right.
You can get over to TeePublic, search Bring the Pain, and you can get yourself a crazy, well, I mean, this isn't the Fight Club of Pain mug yet, but I'm getting me a Fight Club of Pain mug. There's nothing better than drinking coffee out of something that says pain on it, because it lets you know you're starting your day amazing. Yeah.
Or in
All
pain.
right.
What is it?
Yeah, or in pain. I'm having a bad
Or in
day. I
pain.
gotta get pain. So for everybody that's joining in right now, we're just gonna shoot it for a couple seconds before we get into the UFC Noche or Noche, whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna get a little wild on this one. I got something planned. It's probably gonna dive spin and it's probably gonna be bad. I'm probably gonna bomb it. I have hit this a couple times, but I've got it bad a couple times. So it's gonna be a kind of a 50-50 kind of what's gonna happen today. That's going to be for you. Of course, we're going to have all of the UFC bets. We also will have an NFL showdown slate lineup, and I put together 3 NFL bets that are also parlayed together for tonight's game. So we'll make sure you get that. I mean, we're just here to talk. It's a little card, even though it's a big card, 14 fights at the moment, but a lot of soup cans.
If everyone makes weight.
See, that's the problem with one of our featured fighters. And also we have another fight on this card that if he gets cleared by his parole officer, he might be able to fight this time. As long as that's going to be such a target, man. But, it's somebody like that would end up winning. And, that's Dumas. But at the same time, I mean, no disrespect. He's had no training. He's in and out of jail. I don't know what you're doing. Right? I know you're not eating as well as you could be, but unfortunately, that's not going to help you in the ring when you got to fight somebody like Zachary Reese, who, has kind of a glass chin at his times himself, but definitely can knock out Cedric Dumas easily. So I think this fight, there's no way a knockout doesn't happen. So I'm playing that bet today. I mean, he couldn't even get knocked out for us last time, and that's Dumas we're talking about, Dan.
Yeah,
what are we gonna do with this guy?
I don't know. Lock him away.
Lock him
up.
Just don't hide in any more dog kennels, man. Come on, dude.
Yeah.
You gotta have more response. The rabbit holes, dog kennels. What's going on with you, buddy? We don't even know.
Stop being a bum. Obey the law, man.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, I was like, so, I mean, week 1 in the NFL was nuts. Steelers had a crazy game. Buffalo had a crazy game. And then you got the game on the comeback, on Monday.
Yeah.
It just like the Bears looked like they had that game and they just gave it up. But, I mean, the Bills crash was way worse.
The Ravens crash. Yeah, the Ravens crash was crazy.
Yes,
I'm excited. I'm excited about that as a Steeler fan.
Yes, I know. You always got to get those wins out, man. Get up, right?
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
Do it, man. Oh man, I'm excited, and that's what I love. And what we talked about adding the UFC to Dr. Roto and being able to do UFC and the NFL as a complete product together and bring that to all of you on Bring the Pain through the Fight Club of Pain, of course. And that's what I think it takes in life. That you can be one-dimensional. I like to be jacks of all trades. I think that if you're going to do this game, the DFS game, that you should have your hand in a little something so you're always kind of winning money. You're always just throwing things out that might happen, and that, say you needed a bill paid and you was a little weak, you threw in $1 lineup and you won $7.50. Well, now you're all right. You're our rich friend. But at the same time, we're trying to help all of you make a lot of money with these fighters, and then of course the NFL tonight. Are you even watching the game tonight?
Probably not. Not gonna lie, probably not.
You're like Commanders and Packers. Who's watching that? I gotta watch it. I need content, of course, and of course I have bets. I have my betting article already at Dr. Roto. So if you're not a sub, get over there, use code word WIN, WIN, and you'll get a percentage off of your subscription. I think we got most people in here. This is a nice thing. So of course, everybody that just entered the Fight Club of Pain, we give out free bets.
They can comment too. You can comment too.
Oh. Yeah.
No, I said
we get comments like once every 5 weeks.
Yeah, come on and comment. Talk to us.
Ask us a good question. I have a whole list of fights already written out, and we're only covering 3 of them this week because I think that's what's needed. We could talk a little bit more about that, and then get a little more time for that NFL. Get these lineups in so you don't miss some of the big contests for the showdown slate, because you'll get that lineup at the end of this podcast the same way you'll get the Parlay of Pain. And then, of course, my DFS lineup. And if Dan did his, we'll get his, or we'll make his on the fly. Did you do yours today?
No, but I can do it while you're talking about the football game.
That's a slick move. Well,
That's what I did last week. So,
hey, it works. I threw together stuff. I got a nice little segment for that. So, again, just happy to be back. But just to give last week in perspective for everybody that's joining right now, last week I picked the first 11 fights perfect, and then my fighting nerds lost. But I nailed practically every finish, especially the first 7 finishes. Now, I created a parlay, and of that parlay, I round robined, and the 6-leg parlay that I made separately that was in the Dr. Roto sub-only Discord smashed. It was a plus 3526 or something like that. It was over 3,500. And I had a guy come in there, and it was like out of nowhere. He goes, whoever put that lineup in there, thank you. And I'm like, oh, somebody played it. Finally, like, this is what I'm saying. A 3,800 or 3,500 parlay, the soup can of the week, the 5-tastic picks. This is hitting on all cylinders. But to nail that many, and then it didn't stop there. The entire time that event was live, I was throwing in live bets that were just smashing. So that is why being part of the subs-only Discord at Dr. Roto is huge. And then, of course, you throw in football right now, and you have a ton of experts giving you the right cure to cure all of your fantasy needs. Yeah.
And we play this week.
Yes, we do. I did see that in our fantasy football league. That'll be fun. We're gonna have to open up the DFS things again, because I always like our little DFS things when we remember to put the lineups in.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
That's usually me that forgets.
Yeah,
it's usually me.
That's all right.
It's usually me.
I forgot too. Like, if I'm not putting money on it or something like that, I just might miss it. But it's hard to find it, because if you don't hit it through the email or the little notification up in the upper right-hand corner, you try to go look for it. I got these other leagues from like years ago I should just drop out of, but because there's people I don't associate with, but I used to, I kind of just stay in it. And at the same time, it was like, where do you find it sometimes? That's DK. Sometimes it's hard to find your one-on-one coverages. I don't know why. Maybe y'all find them a little easier, but that's the way it is. All right, brother. You ready to get into UFC Noche?
Ready.
Ooh, yeah. What better way to start off UFC Noche than our guy, Kelvin, the Burrito Bandit, Gastelum versus Dustin Stoltzfus. Dan, talk about it.
All right, I'm gonna start with Stoltzfus, man. He's 3-6 in the UFC since 2020. He switched off wins and losses in his last 7, going 3 wins, 4 losses. He's looking for his first UFC winning streak right now, though. He has decent hands and speed. He's a very determined and eager wrestler, though, and he could pose a problem with his ground game. He has 6 submission victories to his name, and he's going to look to clinch with Calvin Gastelum. He doesn't want to throw hands with him. Calvin Gastelum, what else can we say about him, man? He's 13-10, 0-1 inside the octagon, and he's 2-2 in his last 4. His chin's made of granite. We all know this. Pfeiffer couldn't take him out, and Pfeiffer is a bad dude.
That's crazy.
Yeah. The Burrito Bandit's biggest threat in the division is himself. We talked about it many times. There's no need for us to repeat it. If he makes weight and he trained, he's dangerous.
I agree with that 100%, Dan. That is the thing. That Joe Pfeiffer fight changed my view of the Burrito Bandit.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe, he almost finished Pfeiffer in that fight. If Pfeiffer did not get off that ground, he was done. And that's the thing is Stoltzfus, he's going to come forward. He's going to try to attack him with his style. He's trying to throw kicks. And if Gastelum goes back to the burrito days and grabs that leg and jocks him on the ground, he could definitely get a ground and pound. But this fight, even though it says it's going to go the distance, I don't think it's going to go the distance. I think Gastelum does have something to prove, right?
I mean, I could give you my prediction, but I don't agree with that. I think Gastelum's had a lot to prove for the last few years, and he always fumbled the ball.
I agree with that as well, too. All right. Well, let me just run through the money. Let me throw the bets out there real quick, and then we'll get to that pick. So we got knockout and points for Gastelum is -230. Money line distance, yes, is a +135. Decision no bet is a -550. The sports books think that this fight is going under. Distance, yes, is the -160. That's why I don't trust it. Knockout for both fighters in this fight is a +180. But I couldn't hold myself back when I went to the Stoltzfus side of this game. Knockout first and second round +2,700. Knockout second and third round +3,500. Money line and distance +260. And a decision no bet is a +350. If you're going to play money on the Stoltzfus side, I would go with maybe one of those knockouts, maybe the second to third one, because I don't think he's going to be able to knock out Gastelum at all, really. But if you want to throw in a late one because something funky happens, that's great. Decision no bet would be a way to protect yourself. But that's the way the sports books look at it. Who do you got winning?
I think if Gastelum makes weight, man, he wins by decision.
Wins by decision. Awesome. Money line and decision parlayed +135. I agree with you. I think the Burrito Bandit does win. And because of that, I have prepared a song for the Burrito Bandit. This is to you, Kelvin, the Burrito Bandit. There once was a guy I used to know so long ago. His lure kept growing. But before I knew it, it got so big, his hunger strong. He came through the door of that restaurant. Kelvin, the Burrito Bandit wanted more and more. The burritos kept piling and I couldn't get the store. My lunch was about an hour, half and late today. Kelvin looked at me and said, I'm gonna knock that dude out. I'm gonna knock that dude out. I'm gonna knock that dude out. Ooh. Woo! Kelvin by first and second round knockout, +280. Yeah! Stoltzfus is hitting the canvas, and Kelvin is eating the burrito tonight. I
can't with you no more, man.
There was a few iterations of that song that actually was really, really good. Just like I was stuck on the door wanting more. Burrito bandit. He was like, I love you, Kelvin Gastelum. You have inspired me to make the Burrito Bandit song, no matter how bad it be.
I wish I did. I wish I never called him that. That was just stuck forever.
It is. What's even bad is like that's on the internet. Like I don't give a crap. Like,
Yeah, it's on the internet now.
We're here having fun. If I had a burrito, I would eat one. There actually is. I can make a burrito in the other room. We had fajitas yesterday, but I can make a burrito. But not like our boy Castellum.
No, just like I don't think he makes them. He just eats them.
Yeah, he just eats them. It's so funny. Just like it's now a surrounding joke and that's why he don't be making weight. This guy tries not to make weight, and if that song is true, he's not. I just take a catch weight, buddy. Please take a catch weight, man. Don't be like Pitbull and try to school somebody, Stolfus. Just eat the burrito. Eat the burrito bandit's fists.
Yeah. Oh man.
All right, let's move along to the co-main event. We got Rob Font versus David Martinez. Dan, talk about it.
All right, David Martinez, man, this is his second fight in the UFC, and he's riding a 7-fight winning streak. He's very explosive and athletic. He's a presser fighter, and he's always moving forward. He closes the distance very quickly and throws aggressive combination, and he level changes very well and tries to mix in clinches and takedowns while he's doing it. He's a lot faster than Rob Font, but he does not have the technical aspect of his game yet. Rob Font, volume and durability are what make him fun for the fans, man. He's 2-1 in his last 3. His experience in technical boxing with his quick jab and counters make him a handful for anybody in the division. His composure in the pocket during explosive exchanges and his lateral movement and footwork complement everything he does. He has very good takedown defense, and he will engage in the firefight Martinez is going to bring.
I agree with that 100%. And the thing is this is a huge fight for Martinez because if he can overcome Rob Font, he makes an argument for himself to enter the top 15. But Rob Font in that last fight, he came up big for us. He was one of my DFS plays that was just huge. I was on all my lineups, even though a lot of people feel he lost that fight. But at the same time, you're right about his explosiveness in the pocket and getting it in. And for me, when I look at that, this fight spells distance because the distance is a negative 260. The knockout for both fighters is a plus 260. You know, they're trying to be funny here. Money line distance with Rob Font is a plus 125 because right now Rob Font is still he's still the favorite. But I got a little crazy. I looked over at the Martinez side. A second, third round knockout by Martinez is a plus 1,000. Money line in distance, yes, is a plus 178. But a decision no bet is a negative 134. So if it goes to decision, goes to card, which most likely it will, the decision no bet will refund your money. But if a knockout or submission happens on the Martinez side, then you win that bet. I mean, do you think Martinez can overcome Rob Font, or is Rob Font's experience going to shatter his hopes, Dan?
I think his experience and durability, and he's just way too technical for Martinez at this point in Martinez's career.
Okay, I agree with that. The one thing I think that Martinez will have to do is he will have to keep up his strike defense. His strike defense is really good. He also only takes just 2.7 punches per minute, significant punches per minute, whatever you want to call that, people. But at the same time, he throws out 5.4. And Rob gets the 3.67. So for me, I think if he can, and Rob can't hit. Rob got soft hands. Like him getting a knockout in this fight, I just don't see it happening. But I could see him trying to take it to the ground. You brought that up real quick. Do you think that Font might try to take this down to the ground, or do you think he's going to trust his boxing?
No, I think Rob Font is going to use his takedown defense. I think Martinez is going to try to take it to the ground.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
You think so? And the thing is Martinez doesn't do that often, but I think that would be a smart move on Martinez's side since he's got this. He just needs to impose his will, and then maybe that leads to one of his scrambles through his wrestling because he is really good with that. I like that he's accurate as well too, and they're both tough. Who do you got winning?
I got the old man going winning by decision. I got Rob Font, man.
You got it? Well, we got that parlayed already. Got that with that plus 125. Font is like, I want to pick Font so much, and I do. I'm going to pick David Martinez, and this is the reason why. I feel that he will be able to get those takedowns, even though he doesn't shoot. I know that, but he does. If he can get those takedowns, he might be able to get some control time, and that might be able to catch up to Font's fist speed. That might otherwise. If I was leaning, who's going to get more significant strikes per minute or in this fight going the distance, I would probably lean on the Font side, right? I think Font can out-volume.
Oh yeah. Okay. Rob Font's a volume guy. He, like you said, he has soft hands. He doesn't knock a lot of people out, but he will outbox you.
Yes, exactly, and that's huge. That is very huge. So for that, I got that, and so I think this is a distance fight too. So money line distance, we already gave that out for the Martinez side at plus 178. But I'm telling you, I'm taking that second and third round knockout. I want to see it happen. I don't want to see Rob Font get knocked out, but I want a chance at a plus 1,000. So I'm willing to play that. Love it. All right. It's time to get to the main event. In this corner, we've got the Rabid, the Coach, the Forever, the Fire, the Fuego, Diego Lopes. And he's fighting. Dan, present your fighter.
I'm doing Diego, right?
Yeah.
All right. Diego Lopes. He's 5-2 in the UFC, the number 2 fighter in the featherweight division for a reason. He fought almost every big name in the division, and he has championship experience, unlike Silva. He will grow from the loss to Volk and right the wrongs and the mistakes he made. He'll look to match aggressiveness with Silva on the feet with his crisp boxing combos and lateral footwork, which Silva has problems with. Try to avoid brawling and keep it at a good distance. He's going to wait for one of Silva's wild flurries and look to counter. He wants to clinch and try to bully the smaller man, mix in wrestling and keep Silva guessing.
And my guy, Gene Silver, the fighting nerd, he's back to show vengeance for what happened to our parlays last week, to our losses last week, when Mauricio Rufy decided to tap, and when Baralo just couldn't put it fully together against the better Imavov that was more determined and in his hometown. But this week, the Noche, the San Antonio Monster of Gene Silva will be summoned this weekend as he presents himself to Lopes in the form of a demon like Finn Balor. He will alter his fighting style. He might sidestep, and he will overcome those distance and the power that Lopes possesses. He's going to ground and pound him until he gets a submission. Silva is going to win, and that is how I'm presenting my fighter today. Woo! Damn! This fight is going to be a fire fight, dude.
Yeah, it's a banger. It's a banger. It's a banger.
There's no way it goes distance. No way.
I don't think it does.
How many rounds do you honestly think this goes?
3.
And that's what's awesome about this. And this is why I'm going to bring this up. Right now, you better get it now, because I did. FanDuel has a 3.5 under as a negative 138. Whoever wins by whatever method, you are going to be our rich friend. This is a great, great bet to get right now. The 3.5, Dan agrees with the 3 rounds right there. Silva can go the distance he won't need to. There's going to be too much. As Dan explained, when Silva comes rushing in, Lopes easily can counter him from that distance and hit him. Lopes also is a good wrestler himself. He can take Silva down and be able to get the ground and pound himself. He almost finished Volkanovski in that second round, and then he kind of faded in before he tried to make that comeback at the end, which was too late. To be the champ, which of course both of them were the champ, you have to push yourself at all phases of the match. And Silva is going to push himself for the first 3 rounds, if it even lasts that long, in my opinion. And that's why the distance no is a negative 310 too. I thought it would actually be a negative 550, but that 310, that's honest too, man. And that's just telling me that this is going under, man. So let's run through the numbers real quick and we'll get to the picks. Money line distance no for Lopes is a plus 269. First and second round knockout. I mean, come on. Come on. You think I'm not going to have a Lopes knockout? I love Lopes too. First and second round knockout plus 1,500. Second, third, and fourth round knockout is a plus 1,200 for Lopes. I love those numbers. Knockout for both fighters is a negative 150. Rolling over to the Silva side. First, second, and third round knockout is a plus 200. His distance no money line's a negative 127. Knockout and sub, negative 125. This is where it gets crazy. Second round knockout plus 750 for Silva. And if you're froggy and you're jumping on that second round with me, like what he did to Bryce Mitchell, second round submission plus 5,000. Wow. All those numbers are going to hit. I feel that that's why we need a knockout. I'll take a sub. I'm guarding myself with that sub. Who do you got winning, Dan?
I think Diego Lopes takes the last 0 from the Fighting Nerds, and Diego Lopes wins by third round knockout.
All right. Here's the thing about that. I was looking at those numbers, right? And they are freaking insane on the Lopes side. Like they and look, I mean, I'm gonna go with my fighting nerd. I do think he's the better fighter at this better stage. He's not training other people to fight. Sometimes it makes you think that is Lopes doing it all. But I'm not gonna take anything from Lopes. We know his style. We know what he can bring to it. So the third round knockout by Diego Lopes is a plus 3,000. Plus 3,000. We're looking at this all across the board. For me, I got Gene Silva. I love that first, second, third round knockout, the plus 200. You're not going to get any good money on the Silva side. Like I said, if I want to go, and this is where I think Silva finishes in the second round, if we go Silva, I already gave it to you. Second round knockout to plus 750. That's not even a lot. This would have to go all the way to the fifth round to get a plus 1,200 on the Silva side. So again, the money is hard to make on the Silva side, but if you just play the Lopes side, you have a lot of big money at your disposal, man. This fight's too much for me, man. It's too much for me. We're getting to the point of the year where a lot of our favorites are starting to fight each other, which is what we need for the UFC, but sometimes it leaves us torn, right, Dan?
Oh, I agree, man. I like both these guys. I mean, it's hard to pick against Gene Silva, man. It really is. He's a hell of a fighter. But
yeah.
I've been on the Diego Lopes train since he came into the UFC. Like the guy is just he's a stud, man. And I don't see anywhere this goes that Gene Silva wins.
Exactly. I mean, I'm taking it. I'm going with him, but I can see Lopes winning this fight for the betting positions. Like we said, that's why the knockout at a negative 150 for me. To me, it just feels like both these guys know what needs to happen. They need to go in here. And future implications of this fight too can be taken. This would put Lopes back up into maybe a title fight talk, but not right now. Not right now.
He's not ready. He's not ready for Volk, man.
No. Well, then we have Lerone Murphy trying to get into this too.
That's who I think deserves the shot.
Okay, I agree with you 100%. I want to see Volkanovski versus Murphy. That right there, give me that.
Yeah,
and then
give me that fight.
So after that fight, I don't know if this win for Lopes would still put him there, but I think if Silva wins this match, he should.
He's in contention. He needs one more win. He needs one more win.
Okay. One more win. Who do you think you would think he would need to fight? So if Diego
Yair, he got to fight Yair.
Oh yeah, I like that. So who does Movsar fight? Do you think if Lopes wins this fight, does he fight Movsar?
That'd be a good fight. That would
right.
be a really good fight.
That would be a fun fight. Do you think that any chance? I think Josh Emmett does have a fight. Does he? He has a fight coming up, doesn't he?
I did not look.
So, I don't think he's going to get back up there. I'm not talking Josh Emmett. So if you said one more guy, Yari would be the guy. I would say the next guy that I would think he would be is maybe a Josh Emmett, maybe Aljamain Sterling, but he just got there himself. This division's about to get really crowded really soon. Crowded.
This division's been crowded since we had Max Holloway and everybody else in that division. I mean, it's been crowded since Conor McGregor fought in that division.
That's right.
This division is always stacked. Always.
That's what makes this done, and that's what shows and goes back and gives Volk such credit for being able to hang with all of these dudes, no matter if he got knocked out by Pantoja. It didn't matter, or Topuria. I was looking at Pantoja's name. It doesn't matter. What matters
that was a fluke.
Yeah. I mean, you could. If they fought again, it would be crazy. It would be a crazy fight, because, they now know each other a little more. Volk would have to watch for that power, but I mean, I know we ain't getting that right now. We got this to go for, and I think Murphy does definitely get that, and I think that Murphy should have that shot. That is the rumor. That's the rumor that's supposed to be signed. I wouldn't mind seeing it, but I'm going to go on record. If Silva wins this and either Murphy or Volk get that shot finally, Silva jumps everybody and gets that fight, because I don't think that anybody else other than Yari, but Yari still has that background, is going to draw more eyes to that than Silva. Murphy, Silva, Volkanovski, Silva. They want to see that. And this would be just like that Topuria fight, because Volk is a monster. He's going to sit in the pocket, and that's what Silva wants. So I don't know if statistically or if it would be smart at Volk's age to stand in there with Silva, but that would be.
I don't think he would stand in the pocket with him. I think he would chop that leg down like he does to everybody else, and then go to work.
Yeah. Speaking of legs getting chopped down, did you watch that video of Harry?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
dude.
I mean, did he land a punch?
I don't think he landed a punch, or he tried to even block a punch. Every time he got punched, he stuck his chin out. I said, what is this madness?
I mean, he didn't check one leg kick.
Nope.
He didn't block one punch. It was like watching a movie. It was like watching Rocky, when Rocky just gets punched in the face over and over again.
Yeah, that was crazy. I was like, and then here goes these people across the pond calling me the C word. And I'm like, but how are you calling me the C word? And just because I said Harry gets smoked. Like, he got smoked. He got wheelchaired out. Like, it wasn't. I think the most pathetic part of that fight was when he was crawling up after the fight was called. And he was crawling up and he's trying to shake his hands on his knees. Yeah. I was like, dude, So bad.
Bums will be bums, man. Bums will be bums.
And there'll be people to defend those soup cans. Yeah. All right. All right. Let's get to the DFS lineups. So I'll throw in the NFL right now because the NFL is 7:38. I know all y'all hungry, so I'll throw in the NFL. I'll give you a little cue to throw something together, and then we'll throw that into the
I got it right here.
the UFC lineups, and then we'll go into the Parlay of Pain, of course. So everybody get ready. This is what you waited for. Waited for that fight theory. You waited for the UFC shares to bring the pain, and now here we go. Right? Captain Zach Ertz. I love it. I love his price. Now, you could go with Tucker Kraft there. He'll save you a little bit of money, but that money doesn't really get you anywhere extra. You're going to end up around the same people. So we're going Zach Ertz, Jaden Daniels, Jordan Love, Terry McLaurin, Romeo Dobbs, Bill Krosky Moffitt. You got $300 left. That is a DK showdown lineup. Now, here's the thing. Just under by 300 is Austin Eckler. I kept looking at him. There is an Austin Eckler lineup I also have kind of a Green Bay defense. I feel the lean is Green Bay in this matchup. They're at home. They were hot last week. They showed what's up, and they're definitely going to bring it this week. So here's your bets. Jacobs. So earlier when I wrote my article and got it out, Jacobs' touchdown was a negative 150. It was a negative 205 before me and Dan started the Fight Club of Pain. Also, so I'll take Jacobs' touchdown, Eckler, 3 receptions, negative 188, unless it grew. And they are criminally undermining Deebo Samuel's rushing yards. It was a 6.5. It was a 4.5 before we went live. A 4.5 rushing yards for a plus 102. To all 3 of those together is a parlay of plus 341. Throw a bonus on that if you can, and you can be our rich friend. Dan, you ready to give that UFC lineup out?
Doing it right now.
Oh, yeah. I can do mine real quick. So, DraftKings, and that's what I always give is the DraftKings, and then the FanDuel lineup is in the Dr. Roto subs only Discord. I do that for a reason, people. You got to join. Use code word DOC, like I said, or code word WIN. Get on the team today. We have basketball about to start up. Hockey about to start up. We now have UFC. We have NFL. We're one of the best sites for the NFL. Doc will be live at 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. on Saturday on SiriusXM. He also will be live on the Dr. Roto Network tomorrow at 9 p.m. And because I have a fight on Saturday, I will be doing the Ultra Contrarian show tomorrow as well. I will have that out and all ready for all of you so that you can have all of that information. So you're going to get a lot of information, and then I'm going to be off the grid. So for some reason, before I made this lineup, I thought there was going to be a lot of Silva talk, right? That's what happened. Gene Silva, Joaquin Silva. We're going Zachary Reese, David Martinez. I'm going Fiera and Luna. That lineup right there, the Fiera and Martinez kind of are your cheaper picks, of course. That's my diamond in the roughs. I kind of went in after it with Joaquin as well, too, Joaquin Silva. So that's it. You got $100 left over with that DFS lineup for this week. You should be able to cash with that. Just make sure you get that into a 50-50 and take a shot on the big game. All right, Dan.
I'm ready. All right. I got Diego Lopes, man. I got Rob Font. I got Calvin Gaslam. I got Hernandez.
Mm-hmm.
I got Reese and Puelles.
Puelles. Dude, he's about to cage hump the shit out of dude, man. Dude, wait till you
and that took every penny. That lineup took every penny.
You do bring up a big fact. It's really hard to look past Lopez at 7,000 on DK.
Yeah.
It's really, really. He's the second. I think he's the second
lowest
fight.
DK 7,000.
That's insane. That's insane. That's such salary saver. And this is what we do. Dan's lineup is got some similarities, but is completely different, giving you 2 lineups. And that lineup right there is a lineup that a lot of people, especially Hernandez, you brought up the Hernandez side of things because I mean, it's funny that we threw two people from that fight in there, but those fights are in the middle. That's what kind of is left up. But Hernandez he has that forward pressure. He has a lot of power when he gets on top of the ground and pound. His pressure is huge.
Yep.
If he can get Ferreira down, and I'm just looking at the knockout, I'm trying to get the under on this fight for that too. Because Diego Ferreira is a great boxer. But Hernandez, if he can grapple and get him down, can win this fight. And this fight probably goes the distance as well too. So if you want to play that bet.
And he's big for this weight class, man. Hernandez, he's big for that weight class.
That's it. And that's what I love about this too, is that you rolled with Anthony Hernandez. It gives us a little more context to talk about, gives everybody kind of like a goodbye in a way, and you get to see a little bit more of the talks about it. Because, I mean, we gave you Zachary Reese earlier. And Luis Garul, I like him too, so that's a pick for everybody too. I definitely think that you can get the ground and pound knockout with him. I will say some of these players have made a certain parlay. I think it's time. I think it's time to release the...
Hold on, he don't ride. Ooh, yeah. You were trying to do that singing. Your guitar's kind of bad. I don't like it. No way. You're at the back of the line. But when it comes to the Parlay of Pain, ooh, yeah.
All right, your first leg. Now, remind you, the Parlay of Pain is also to be round robined. This is how we make money, people. You round robin this parlay. Your first leg, and this is in order so that it builds, and at any point you think you need to bail, because this one's a little more, then you can bail. Reese, knockout and sub, -175. That's going to start your parlay. Leg 2, Luis Garul, under 2.5 rounds, +138. Brings that to a +274 parlay. Dusko Turadovich, knockout and sub is a +160. It brings it up to a parlay of +872. The Burrito Bandit is a knockout for both fighters, is a +180. Let's get a knockout in this fight. I don't care. I just need my Burrito Bandit to come through and knock somebody out. The parlay is a +2622. For the fifth and final leg, the Silva fight, knockout for both fighters, -150. The fifth and final leg of the Parlay of Pain brings it to a +4437. Go ahead, throw $10 on that, throw $1 on it, throw 50 cents on it, throw a quarter on it. Whatever you throw on it, you're going to make sure that that is a round robin, so that if the last 3 weeks, other than the previous week in the middle where I went 4-5, we have been able to move the Parlay of Pain up. And of course, the Parlay of Pain was extra on top of the 6-leg parlay that was free in the Dr. Roto subs only Discord. Dan, I think at times we're doing God's work up in here, man. We're trying to bring the pain to this thing, man, and I love what we do.
I love doing this.
It's so much fun. I mean, it's right before football. You know, we're giving out everything that we can, trying to win everybody money, but also just having a good time talking, singing, doing wild stuff. Just trying.
That's you singing. That's you singing.
That's just me. That's just me. That's just me. But I'm just trying to provide a unique experience, trying to give it out there. I want everybody to go on the X today. Tag Kelvin Gastelum. Put the hashtag Burrito Bandit, and put a meme of a burrito under there. And
I'd love it. I'd love it.
And play every knockout for Gastelum, because we don't put burritos to in a submission. Nobody holds a burrito.
No.
You shove a burrito in your mouth and you knock it out. You get it out the way. You guys to have fun. All right, bud. I can't wait to get this weekend. I can't wait to fight myself. Dude, if you seen the bruise on my leg right now, you'd be like, Rob, come on, man.
Sometimes you got to back off a little bit, man.
I tested it yesterday. It feels a lot better today, and I've been putting a lot of my special cream on it. So we're gonna get that, and that cream should actually get it in good position. I wasn't gonna do any katas or forms for anybody out there that does, point fighting tournaments, karate tournaments. So I wasn't gonna do it. I felt I couldn't do consistently open hands because of the kicks kata. So I'm going to do my bow kata, which is a black belt kata. It's amazing. I love doing it. You've seen it, and I'm going to fight. So the champ has to defend himself. I'm not going to be at 100%. I know that I performed well yesterday. I'll perform even better. I'm going to stretch and give it a little bit tomorrow, but I'm not fighting tomorrow. That is my plan. I'm hoping to dominate and bring home some medals, man.
Hey, at least in point fighting, there's no leg kicks.
Yes, that can't. So this is the funny fact. I went to class yesterday, and the guy who actually, when we clashed, his knee went into my leg. He goes, "Man, my knee was hurt so bad the next day after that clash." He was like, I was like, "Really?" He goes, "Dude." I was like, "Oh, so we both got jacked up after that." And then of course we fought for like another hour and 45 minutes, but we both got jacked up from that, man. And so it just shows the ferocity of our sport, that even though it's point fighting, and sometimes when the point happens they go, there's still some slugs that happen.
Yeah, I've witnessed it.
Yeah. You've witnessed the brutality, man. It's so I think I could do it. I think that this also plays in. So right now I'm getting monitored. What happened this last week? So I had to talk. My sensei talked to me and he goes, "We need to get you to stop like keying when you're attacking." So I'm figuring out that when I'm keying, I'm overpowering, and they're trying to calm me down to control me for an eventual, belt test I have coming up, but to also show that I'm not reckless. Now I've never. Okay, so maybe I did knock somebody out, but and I do run through my opponents, but it's also at the same time, I think it's good that sometimes it teaches me, like having this and being a little slower, teaches me that sometimes I need to rely on my basics and to keep things A to B rather than try to look pretty and do all these crazy tricks like I'm 21. And this is a good lesson.
Yeah.
So, and even if I win or lose, I'm still going to be points champion right now because I've won all year. And at the end of the season, I'll get a chance to fight. I'll most likely be points champion. And then I get a chance to fight for overall champion. So that'll be fun. But at the same time, after this, I'm definitely taking the month off till I think the next fight should be October 23rd here in Erie, 25th, 26th weekend, whatever that is, whatever that Saturday is. That's the next time I'll fight. So I'll have a lot of time to be able to heal up and get this leg right. But right now, I was able to do everything except my front kick. I can throw roundhouses with my right leg. I can throw rear-legged roundhouses with my right leg and hook kicks with my right leg, but I cannot throw a front kick. So I don't need to.
I thought that was part of your arsenal, man.
No, and it's my back leg. So it's the right leg is the one that has the bruise on it. So
Gotcha.
I don't all my front leg action, the left leg and that's it. And then while I'm bracing myself on it, that's kind of what it is. So yes, everybody, I'm talking about my fight right now. Yes. But I can't wait. The last time I fought a guy on a tournament. He had his name on the back of a coat. Then he had his name on the back of his team jersey. It was like Alejandro or something like that. No, it started with an M, like Mukashio or something. Like, it was funny. And he was over there fighting the whole time. He was good. He was really, really good. So I'm looking to fight him again. And then maybe that other gentleman I beat up at the beginning of the season where they were trying to disqualify me for the Rob Rush.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. It's fighting, man. I can't.
It's good times.
I can't stop, man. To me, when you get in the ring, you just go into another mode. You can control, But if they're punching you in the face, you can punch them back in the face too, and I don't see why that's a problem.
Yeah, I mean, I did it. I did it for a long time. I did it for almost 20 years, man. I'm done.
Did you ever fight professionally, or amateur? Did you ever have an
Amateur.
amateur fight?
Yeah, 22.
22 amateur fights?
Yeah,
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
yeah.
Okay. Is that when Deuce Staley was big in Pittsburgh and you was running around with that 22?
Man, no, that was what happened. I shattered my hand, and I just called it quits after that.
It happens. Life happens, man.
It's can't really make a fist because of my pinky here. It never tucks in, so every time I throw a punch, it breaks.
Oh, dude, no way. No, I can't do that. That is the fight game, though, and unfortunately, that is, And the thing is we have better technology now. The gel wraps and all that. Like, I love the gel wraps, but even our sensei / coach to others, he's highly recommending all the gel wraps. One, because it gets you ready faster, but because that shock absorption is better for your hands overall. It gives you a better product. Whereas wrapping your hands, you still have divots. But some people love that tight wrap. People like that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I was all right, man. I went 19, 1, and 1 disqualification. So
One disqualification. Well, I
didn't get disqualified. The whole fight got disqualified.
Disqualified. Hey,
Yeah.
It happens, man. I thought that was going to happen to that one fight where I kept knocking the dude down like over and over and over, and everybody was yelling at me, and then Brian was yelling at everybody. I was like, dude, something's going to happen. But at the same time, I'm sitting there and I'm like, to me, if the kid, like I said, I've said this 1,000 times on this podcast, if you're just going to stand there, I'm just going to drive my fist into you constantly. Why should I work? Why should I kick you? If I kick you and you hit my shin, yeah, that might hurt or not hurt. It's probably not going to hurt me. But at the same time, why am I going to do that if I'm just scoring my punches all day? The smarter fighter never uses his arsenal he doesn't need to use.
I agree. That's why, we've had this conversation before. I fight.
Yes.
I'm a southpaw, and I also fought out of the Philly shell. So no one liked to fight me.
What's really bad and probably worse than my guitar playing and singing is probably me trying to do the Philly shell. I literally try this, and the dudes will be doing it and showing me, and I don't know why I can't do it. It's just wild. It's one of those things that it's why I'm a karate guy, right?
Yeah,
Mentally, my mind is that.
I mean, when you train it for years, it comes second nature, just like you in karate.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, if that's the defense that felt most comfortable for me.
Yeah.
That's what we did.
And one of our black belts, he does it really well too. And he'll just put it up when he's like tired or just wants to like do something before he throws like a hook kick. So he kind of does that. Trey, it's one of his moves. So for me, it's definitely a technique it throws out. We've had fights this year that people couldn't solve the Philly shell and lost. So, that right there shows why sometimes that defensive method can be problems. Plus, like I said, the way you were always the way that you said you would always step to the side, and we talked about your fist, your right fist, your jab already being there to my side. Yeah. It's like a weakness to the way that I would fight. So again, that's what happens. Find weaknesses.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My jab hand's always down low, so you never know where it's coming.
Yeah.
Body, chest, head. You never know.
So one of my favorite combos right now that I've been going is the lunging uppercut, kind of like jab. So I'm launching it in. So instead of the back fist, I'm turning my fist a little, but I know I can't do that Saturday.
Almost like a lead uppercut.
Yeah.
Like Connor used to throw all the time.
Yeah.
Connor used to throw lead uppercuts all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Out of that karate stance.
Mm-hmm. Because I'm right here. So when it's natural for me to just lunge forward and throw that and then throw the backhand. The problem is they don't like my reverse punch. They don't want me to throw it unless it's to the body because of the damage it does. So again, people, yes, point fighting, we have rules. But go watch some Bailey Murphy fights and you'll be like, what rule was that when he kicked that dude straight in the face? And I'll say, black belt. You're allowed to do that stuff in black belt, but you should still have control and not try to hurt your partner or your fighting guy.
Or look up Wonder Boy's fights, man. Wonder Boy's point fighting is crazy.
Yes. No, I mean, just James Decor in Cleveland got knocked out by Wonder Boy in the point fighting days. And Decor is like sensei, like my sensei. Of course, my sensei was like one of those guys that was really great as well, too. I'm sure he's in the Karate Hall of Fame. So I'm sure Wonder Boy's in the Karate Hall of Fame as well, too. So it kind of shows where they're at and what that level was. I mean, even Billy Blanks coming out at 70, having his fight a week ago and putting it down like that. That was impressive. And that's our fight style. It's Billy Blank's fight style that we use. And Brian has changed and made a hybrid version of to where we're at right now. But like I said, the fists are great. And I've been getting really good with the boxing, like the double body hooks. Oh, dude, my movement has been so much better. So I'm just going to keep working that. And of course, I can't use that this week. I have to remember that. And I just got to win.
So if you want to learn how to do the double or triple body hooks, watch an Oscar De La Hoya fight. He was the best at it.
Oh, dude.
He was the best at it.
Oh, De La Hoya. You're right. I grew up watching him too. I always loved him, so.
He was absolutely the best at that double triple hook. Bang, bang, bang.
Yeah. So I usually when I do two attacks to the same side, I like to go low high. And then I like to come with like the opposite side and maybe take a step back with the jabs. So that's kind of like what I like to do. But again, I can't do that in my main fights, but when I'm sparring, when I'm hitting the bag, I'm still I'm training that way. So it just makes me overall, if I do fight like continuous, because they do offer that, they haven't offered it in a long time, but if they offered like continuous in my age bracket, I'd be able to do that and go in there. But I know nobody wants that. Nobody wants continuous in my age bracket because
dude, you have so much energy that you would outlast everyone.
That's it.
You have the most energy out of anybody I know in life.
Yes. He's got like a whole continent of energy. It's over there. It's why we have these beautiful shirts.
Trust me, I've been out drinking with you, so I know what kind of energy you bring.
Yeah, I go into a mode where I just go. And you got to wrangle me in, or I'm good. You just go up to me, you go, hey, we're gonna go. We're gonna go down.
Let's wind it up. Let's go. Wind it up.
Yeah. Gotta go. Gotta call me out because I'm like an animal. I'm an animal. You gotta put me in check. But if you don't and you leave me unchecked, I'll just be going all over the place. Sooner or later, hanging from the ceiling.
I've lost
stuff.
I lost you 2 or 3 times. I couldn't find it.
I was doing cartwheels, bro.
Oh, I'm sure you were.
That was crazy. Man, I Expo is always a good time, man. But definitely next year, I'm definitely not going to be like that. I'm not taking that pill next year. I'm not going to take my B+ super complex. I've learned my lesson to never take those when I'm going to point fight or do any kind of anything in life that may bring out the wild side of me.
No more THC drinks, man. No more THC drinks.
You would think that would have put me to sleep.
No, it made you more hyper.
And on that, another great show, Dan. I know people want to get out of here, go watch some football, stuff like that. Thank you for coming on. It's a blast. Man. Again, next week, there's no Fight Club of Pain because there's no event. Then, of course, we get the fight night in a couple weeks. And then, of course, UFC 320. So get you a little bit of times. Come join us. Talk to us on the X about some fights or whatnot. Or if you want that football fever, we do it, man. I love it, man. I hope your team wins this week. Seattle's a big thing, but I think DK is going to get a little revenge.
I'll be at the game, man. I'll be there.
Oh, dude. I'm going to be rooting for you.
Yeah.
And that's going to be great, man. And make sure you set your lineup before you go to the game because
I already said it. It's already set.
It's already set.
It's already set.
All right, Brady. Much love. Have a great day, everybody. And always remember to bring the pain. Ooh, yeah.
Thanks for stopping by the office. Get your fantasy prescription by subscribing to the channel and checking out drroto.com. Until the next visit, be well and take care.